my luck again.
I applaud your taste.
Never a dull moment. What's hiding here? Broken. Need to find another way. Grand Duke Ravengard. Seems Moonrise Towers has acquired a high-value asset. Got a long road ahead. Time to rest. Something over there.
Lovely little pick-me-up.
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you where the light doth not reach.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Originally, Shadowdale. Lately, meet Elminster Ormar, a good friend of...
Am I, indeed? Most I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to...
But why?
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decor? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Oh.
Well, this way, then?
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling. A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Elthurian that was. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to...
Elminster!
Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. And I trust you told...
I can't say that so far I've volunteered.
Do you mean to say you've never bothered?
Not in so many words.
Then you two have much to discuss. In short, Gale, through his own doing, has become a living for his folly. Mystra forsook him. But now She has decreed he is...
Mistra would consider...
She would consider... Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the do not discount yourself, and by the same token, you must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. Its threat, that is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief.
The orb.
Precisely. That which renders him so dangerous is an orb of Netherese origin that is buried within. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower.
Interesting. This could be hell.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will...
He is not.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. With that, I've said my sorry piece. It is done. Both charge and charm have been to you. I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane, and yet, and even the waves of fate. Farewell.
Farewell, Elminster. An audience with Elminster has never left. Suppose it's time we dealt with the Hollyphant in the room. You have questions for me? Ah, and what one might call a... Such was my skill that she revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never... Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only just inconceivable as it seems to me now. I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its... Very well. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of... He almost managed, but not quite. In his entire empire, Netherite, the magic that was unleashed that day was... Even the... What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, the answer was to try? I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand, and I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. Here.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. Inside there are no pages, only its teeth. Its claws. It's unstoppable as it digs through and...
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, as long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remain quiet. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, it'd level a city the size of water. Fortunately, this need no longer...
Hells! Older Raven Guard's been taken. Shit. You need to understand. Duke Ravengard is my father. Because our relation was no matter of pride. I was close to him once, but my heart still aches. That name, Gort, we must, should the absolute cultists infect him. There is, and you know why I can't tell you. My lips are quite literally sealed. Courage and confidence. You would have made me, well, my story is one of two. The Blade of Frontiers, and Will Ravengard. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind. Not so father, he made... Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Here, the better company and a better buzz. A possibility that's kept me awake, but I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it, my contract is... The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. That has been its tragedy. Without the pact, I'm just a man. What good is my blade then when it's too dull to split So it was after I don't remember much of the battle. But I remember drying the boy's tears after. Proud. Not angry. Angry at the Frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone having a worm with you as my ally. The future looks a little less daunting.
You've a particular way with words, Gale. Perhaps oration suits you more than battle.
They're not mutually exclusive. Weave is served best with a dash of eloquence.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Carson. And he tried. Missed. As Carson, too late did he realize what he had on the goddess of magic. It was the end. As the child, an event that came to be known as Carson. For a spell, Mistral. Now, so many centuries later, I tried to follow in the footsteps of Carson. Tried to control only a Gale's folly, one might call it. History. Repetition. It's the way things go. I know what it is to hunger. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. I've no... As for Elminster, he saved the realms more time. She expects those who seek to use the weed. I doubt she wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. Oh, truth is, if anything, I feel more at peace. Prowess in battle is remarkable, as is your battle stance itself.
Rathajak, a technique known to few outside Kalir. Shall I teach you?
I'll pass, thank you. I prefer abjuration over acrobatics. Caution is warranted here.
Maggots will be done. What am I to do?
Always room for more. Trap. Be cautious. Step carefully. There's a trap.
I've got nothing left to take, so you might as well shove off. Steal? Eagles are bigger. They just take. Nest, prey, everything. It's not bloody fair. I got there first. The eagles don't even need it. Not on top of the monastery, they don't. Oh, it's not even like the eagles need my nest. The drunk lizards they eat aren't hard to catch.
Alcoholic lizards didn't show up much in your studies of the natural world.
You? Then please, please kill the eagles. Thank you. Well, let me guess. Defeat was to be expected. Typical arrogance.
seem to know a good deal about our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.